Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down all of the books I have on my TBR cart, and then I'm going to cut them up, fold them up into little pieces of paper, and then I'm going to put them into like a jar, or I might do something quirky because I've got little teacups in my room. I might pop them into a teacup. And then what we're going to have is like either a TBR jar or a TBR teacup, whatever I find to put them in. And then I am going to mix them all up, shimmy shimmy shimmy, and then I'm going to choose one of the books, and then whatever book I choose out of the TBR cart, jar, whatever is gonna be, I'm going to read that week. And I'm going to try and get it done in a week. Obviously if it's a big book, we may not get it done, but we will try. I thought it would be a really fun thing to do. I've seen other YouTubers do this sort of thing, but what I'm going to do, my spin on it, is actually write down the book titles. Some people do like book prompts where they get like choose a book by its colour, like a book with this word in the title, but I'm just going to literally write down all of the titles of the books on these bits of papers and then cut them out, and then whatever book title comes out I will be reading. That's what I'm about to do. I'll obviously film a bit of me writing it all down, but stick around and we'll see what book I get. I'm excited. I have a lot of books on my TBR cart, so hopefully this will help me whittle them all down, and hopefully it'll be enjoyable for you guys. And when I get like, I'm a mood reader, so when I don't know what to read, this is gonna really help me out in the long run. And yeah, anything to get that TBR cart done is gonna help me out. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Okay, I am back and I found a little jar, and there are 29 books in here, I counted. So I'm just gonna shake it all up. Quite excited for this. I've got my TBR cart in front of me to choose from as well in a minute once I pull it out. This is exciting. Right, shake. I'm gonna do it blindly. Right. I mean, that feels good to me. It's a small one. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, I hope it's a book I kind of want to read. Oh my god. Right. I kind of want you guys to look before me. I don't know where the writing is there. What does it say? I'm scared. Okay. The Book of Azrael. Oh. What you guys can't see right now is that is a big book. Oh no. Funny enough though, a YouTuber I watch literally just read that book. The coincidence? I think not. I don't know. I didn't cheat, I promise. Oh no, that's a really big book. And she said it took her weeks to finish. Oh my god. Stop it. The dread. It's a fantasy though. It's a fantasy. The Book of Azrael. I will get it off my shelf for you guys. It's right there. So, give me 2 seconds. Okay. Here she is in all of her glory. And funny enough, I actually bought this for my birthday last year. And funny enough, my birthday's coming up and this will be in the April reading wrap up. So it's kind of a full circle moment. Like, I bought this a year ago and I did start reading it. I got 4 chapters in, 35 pages in. So maybe it's a sign. It's the universe telling me, you bought this for your birthday last year, girl, get a grip. Like, come on. It's your birthday this year. Like, I'm a whole year older and I still haven't read it. So it's a fantasy book. I will read you the blurb. I'm excited. Where there are gods, there are also monsters. For 1,000 years, the other world has known peace, until now. Many centuries ago, desperate to save her dying sister, Diana made a deal with Caden, a monster far worse than any nightmare. Locked in servitude to him, she is forced to hunt down an ancient relic held by her most dangerous enemies, an army led by, I think she said it's pronounced Samkael. We'll look into that as we read it. The World Ender. After the Gods' War, Samkael hid from everything, denying his crown and deserting his people. Now, an attack on those he loves sends him back into the realm he never wished to return. This sounds good. No wonder I bought it. Never wished to return to, and into the sights of an enemy he hoped to forget. With every world at stake, Diana and Samkael are forced to set aside their animosity and work together before all is lost. I mean, that sounds really good. I know, I think it's spicy, I don't know. So yeah, I'm excited. So we will be reading that. This week I will just keep filming this video until I finish this book, but hopefully it's, what day is it now? Thursday now. I have until Friday of the next week. I will try and get this video done for the week coming. And I will give you little updates through and through, but it is, how many pages is it? Because it's, I love how I was like, I really want a small book. A small book will help. Gets the biggest book probably on the shelf. Funny. 577 pages. And this is a series. I think all the books are out now. Obviously it's been a year since I bought this. But I'm excited, so if I like this I can probably get more, but yeah, I will let you know. I'll keep you updated, and that was actually really exciting. I will be doing more of this. If you like the idea of me having like a TBR jar, all of my TBR cart is in here. Let me know in the comments, because I will keep doing this and I really enjoyed it. It was really exciting. So yeah, see you guys soon with updates of this book when I start getting into it. Okay, bye guys. So I am back, and if you can see my spot patches, let's just pretend we can't, because at the moment that's the only thing that's getting rid of them. So I wanted to get a good portion into the book before I gave you a little info dump of all the things that had been happening. So obviously I had started this book a year ago when I first bought it, and I was 40 something pages in. I didn't remember what the hell was happening, so I went back, reread it, and then carried on reading. So I am currently 127 pages in. I am on chapter 12. So I've been making notes in my notes app on my phone of all of my thoughts. So let's go on to that and I will give you a rundown, because I have a lot of thoughts on this book. So the first thing I noticed was the book has a map, and I love a fantasy book with a map. I will show you it. It's a very detailed map, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm here for the vibes of this book, because I can't pronounce any of these places. But look at that. Glorious. She's glorious. The next thing I noticed, literally, was how small the font is. And I'm planning on doing like a complete spoiler video for the Book of Azrael. This will be spoilers. So if you do want to read this book, some of the things I have in this notes app are spoilers, so probably don't watch this video and watch my April reading wrap up for my thoughts where there won't be any spoilers. The font is tiny. Yeah, you can see it's tiny. And I have glasses as it is, and when I'm lying in bed and I take my glasses off, it's a bit hard to read, so I'm not gonna lie, it's small. Like, I'm used to like hardcover books and how big the font is in those. Right, next, what is my thought? It's an urban fantasy. The only other urban fantasy I have read is Crescent City. Basically what an urban fantasy is it's a fantasy story that happens where they still have phones, they still have computers, they still have technology, they still have cars. It's more set in the futuristic times, but there's fantasy elements. And in this book specifically, what has happened is there are angels and there are monsters, and originally there were just humans. And this book is giving to me Thor from Marvel. Thor, it's giving Midgard, it's giving, if like, you know, when Thor comes down to earth and everyone's like, oh my god, what's happening? It's giving that, but with angels. So they're celestials and there are gods and there are monsters. And the monsters, I'm not entirely sure where they're from yet, but I think they're from the same world as the gods and the celestials, and the gods and the celestials are trying to defeat the monsters, but they somehow came down to Earth, but it's not called Earth. It's called something else. Onan, I can't pronounce it. Like I'm saying, I'm here for a good time. I don't know what the places are called, but they're all coming down. Diana is the main character of this book. She is giving, if you read Crescent City, Lydia, she's giving the Hyde, she is giving... Hi. Come here. Are you coming? Sorry, the cat is sat down there. You coming? Come on in. Hey. So, I like that the book is written in first person. It really immerses you into the story. You really feel like you're going through it with the characters, and it switches POV as well, and I really enjoy that because you can see how everyone's feeling and their thoughts and the different parts of the story and where it is going. I do enjoy that. From what I've got from this story is that Diana will literally do anything for her sister, and you name it, she'll do it. She will do anything and everything for her sister. Take it to extremes, she'll do it. Anything. So she's a very strong female character at the moment. From what I've got so far is Diana and her sister are immortal, and they were made immortal by Caden, and I believe Caden is similar to the devil. He is the king of the monsters, and I sort of think he rules them. He doesn't own, but it's Diana says in this book that he owns her because she made a deal with him to save her sister, and that somehow made them both immortal, but she's a monster, but her sister isn't. I'm still not entirely sure what's going on because I'm only 100 and something pages in, but this is what I'm getting from the book so far. Sam Kael, I hope I'm saying that right. Sam Kael, he doesn't feel worthy of his title as a god. He is the main god. He is called the World Ender. He is what protects the people from the... I'm just going to call them monsters. They have a name, and I know I will butcher it if I try and pronounce it. I mean, I could try. It's something like Igmorthians? Igmorthians? Question mark, like... He protects the world from monsters. He kills all the monsters. He is Thor. In my head, he is Thor. Literally. He is the, like, ruler of... It's not Midgard, but it's called something else in here. It begins with an R. But in my head, it's Midgard. He's the ruler of Midgard. He is Thor. And he doesn't feel worthy of his title. He gives me Thor in Endgame. He's going through PTSD. He's very low. I think... I don't really know why yet, but he's giving like he's completely given up. He doesn't want to be the king, he doesn't want to be the world ender, he doesn't want to rule his place or his places. I think his world has been... I think he tried to save his world and his dad, but I think something bad happened and they died. I don't know. But Sam Kael is very sad at the moment. That's what I've got from that. Yeah, like I say, it's giving Thor, it's giving Midgard. I also think Caden is giving Loki, and I know I'm making a lot of Marvel references, but that's like, when I was reading it, I was like, this is really similar to Thor. Like, it was giving Thor. It's giving, like, they can, like, oh my god. Sorry, another thing I completely forgot. They have like these rings that they twist and they turn into like knives and like daggers and swords, and I'm like, that's super cool. I loved that element of it. They also have like this, his dad had a staff that could open portals, and that just reminded me of Thor again. Like, it's all my thoughts so far, especially like the last thought I had on my notes app was that jewelry turned into weapons, and that was something I'd never read before. So what has happened so far is you've met Diana, you've met Caden, you've met Diana's sister, and you've met Sam Kael and his I was gonna say posse. They're called the Hand, his gang who protect him, and basically what's happened is that they're trying to find a book. Obviously it's called the Book of Azrael. They're trying to find a book. We don't know what this book's about yet. Caden is hired all of his monsters to find a book, and Diana is his second in command. So she's trying to find the book before anyone else so that she wants to be set free basically, and I think she thinks if she finds his book he'll let her go. Obviously he won't because he's a bad guy, but hey. You met Sam Kale, and that's basically where we're at, and at the moment I've stopped where Diana is trying to kill Sam Kale because she wants the book and she thinks he has it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I literally read to page 127 yesterday, so it's easy to read. However, the places, like I say, are hard to pronounce, but that's the same with any fantasy book. But I'll give you any more updates when I have them, and like I say, it will be spoilers, so if you do plan on reading this book, maybe don't watch this video. But I'm enjoying it and I would recommend it so far. However, look up pronunciations on the places, and also at the very beginning, I haven't done this, maybe I should have, but it does say to look up the trigger warnings. That could be a problem future on in the video, but I just sort of dove into it. I was like, you know what, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. But yeah, that's all I have for now, guys. Oh, I forgot to say, sorry, just reminded me. Diana can shift into a beast. She can turn herself into a dragon, and she's like a shapeshifter as well. Sorry, she was just breathing fire, which reminded me. She's got like these powers. The monsters have like powers of like, they all have different powers, and Diana's is turning into like a shapeshifter and breathing fire, and oh, she can't die because she's immortal, but she can't die, but then she says she can die if her heart is ripped out. So that's interesting. But yeah, sorry, it just reminded me. Hey guys, so I'm back with the last book update, and remember, this is a complete spoiler video. So I've been writing some notes on my notes app of what was happening in the book, and it took me exactly a week to finish. So Thursday I started it and Thursday I finished it, and I'm gonna get into the key points that I wrote down of what had happened. Bear with me. Okay, where did they go? Here we go. So I left off that it was giving Midgard and Thor and Asgard, and it was just giving Thor vibes. And I also left off that I liked how their jewellery became weapons. That still happened, but mainly just with Semikel and the Hand, his group that protects him. Diana ended up, I left off I think with Diana trying to kill Semikel because she thought he had the book. So a lot happened, it's a big book. So Diana ended up teaming with Semikel and double crossing Caden, and they ended up both trying to find the book before Caden, basically. And Diana and Semikel, your guess is as good as mine, guys. Diana and Semikel have a budding romance. It's very cute. They like start off as friends, then it slowly becomes more. They do end up, Diana and Semikel, finding the book before Caden. However, Caden has this guy who works for him called Tobias. He ends up stealing the book from Semikel, but he calls himself Liam. So I've got my notes from Liam and Diana by killing Diana. However, don't panic guys, she's immortal, so she technically can't die. And we find out through Liam trying to bring her back, Sam Kael, it's easier to say Liam though, through Liam bringing her back, because he's a god, he can technically resurrect people. He tries to resurrect Diana. So we find out through that Diana can't die, she's completely immortal, and she is technically a queen of the monsters. And in the book the monsters are called Igmorphians, and we find out that because she can't die at all, she is a queen of the Igmorphians. And we also find out that Tobias, who works for Caden and who had been at the time before Diana double-crossed and working with Diana, is also a king of the Igmorphians, and so is Caden. And they also say that there are going to be 2 more kings. However, we don't meet them in this book. I guess we meet them further on in the series. But there's technically 5 rulers of monsters. If you include Diana, there's 5 rulers of the monsters, and then 1 god who's Sam Kael, and then his team who are called the Hand, who are angels, celestials. Okay, I think that covers all of it. Then later on in the book, obviously Diana and Liam start off to have a little relationship. Like I said, it was a budding romance from friends to lovers, and it's actually really cute how they become obsessed with each other, really. Right, Caden, okay, this is the end of the book, so this is like a major spoiler for how the book ends, and we'll be going on to the next series. So Diana and Liam, Sam Kael, go to this fate on his planet. Don't know what it's called, so we're going to call it Midgard, Asgard, because we're referring to 4. They go to his planet to meet a fate who tells him a prophecy of what's going to happen and that the world's going to end. So they then come back down, and it turns out Caden has taken Diana's sister, and if you remember at the very beginning of the video I said Diana will do anything, morally grey character, to save her sister. So Caden takes Diana's sister, she goes crazy, because her sister is the only thing that matters to her in the world, apart from now Liam, but mainly her sister. So at the end of the book, Caden is doing a news report, because obviously it's an urban fantasy. He hijacks the television industry news report, blasts it all over everyone's telly, all over the planet, and then apparently all over other planets, that he is going to kill Diana's sister if she doesn't come back. Obviously Diana's watching, and then, major spoiler, he kills her sister. However, I remember at the beginning of the book that her sister's called Gabriella. They say that she's immortal, and Diana tells her sister to pick a boyfriend who isn't going to die, because she has a human boyfriend. So she dies at the end of the book, but I have a theory, obviously I haven't read any of the others, I've read this one, I have a theory that she's not really dead. However, I could be wrong. But if they say someone's immortal, then surely she can't die. But then Caden did make a deal with Diana to bring her back, so maybe he could just end that deal and she could just be really dead. But obviously that triggers Diana to go absolutely crazy, and the prophecy from the fate was the world was going to end. She obviously, her sister's dead, she has no humanity left or feelings left, so she tries to end the world. She goes crazy, and yeah, that's where sort of the book ends off, is like her flying off in dragon form, because she can shape shift into a dragon, into like monsters and into things, and breathe fire. She breathes fire, flies off into dragon form, trying to end the world. And that's where the book sort of ends off. Liam deals with a lot of PTSD in this book, so Sam Kael, the god, he deals with a lot of PTSD and anxiety from all of the events he's had to deal with, because obviously he's immortal, he's had to go through a lot of wars. Diana helps him with that, and when she flies off he is obviously heartbroken, and she helped him with his anxiety a lot, so he's missing her. That's sort of where that ends off. So that is the end of the book. I think that's all the notes I had on it. I really enjoyed this book. So if you want to read it, obviously this is a complete spoiler video, but obviously me explaining it probably might not do it justice. So if you want to read this book, I would highly recommend giving it a go. It's like 587 pages. The font is very small, like I said, very small font. However, it was enjoyable, it kept me entertained the whole time. It reminded me of the Marvel films, it reminded me of Thor, it gave action, it gave, oh, what did I write down in my book journal that I have here? It was like slow burn, yearning, action-packed. I think that was everything I wrote down. And there are some really good quotes in this book. Like, I have, like, when I like some quotes in a book, I tab the pages. I would recommend, and if you liked this type of video, obviously I really enjoyed doing this video, picking a book from my TBR jar. If you like that sort of video, let me know and I'll do it again. And if I do it again, let me know as well in the comments if you like the spoiler type video, or if I read a book again, you don't want to know the spoilers and just watch me reading it and just giving updates if I'm having a good time, if I'm not enjoying it. But I enjoy giving like the spoilers as well. So let me know if you like this type of video and the type of like format I filmed, not format I filmed it in, but the way I've done it, like giving you spoilers, giving you updates. And let me know if you want me to do this again, because I have a never-ending TBR that I can do this with. So I'll see you guys again soon with another video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I would love to hear, like I said, in the comments what you guys think of this video, if you want me to do more. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye!